For my last recipe of 2025, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I like to make these albondigas con fideos. This is the same recipe I always use whenever I make my albondigas. The only difference is that now we're going to be adding the fideos. So we're going to start by making the red salsa for the albondigas by blending all of the ingredients that you see on screen. Once nicely blended, we're going to set it to the side. Now we're going to take a pot with some cooking oil. Once it's hot, we're going to add our fideos and we're going to toast them until they are nice and brown just like this. Then we're going to remove them and we're going to set them aside. Next, we add a little bit of oil to the pot along with some sliced onions. We cook that for about a minute. Then we're going to add the salsa that we blended. We mix for about a minute and then afterwards we can go ahead and add approximately 10 cups of water. Now we're going to mix and we're going to cover so this can come to a boil. In the meantime, we're going to make our albondigas. So here we have some ground beef. We're going to add some diced onions, tomatoes, diced hierbabuena or mint. We're also going to add an egg, uncooked washed rice, some breadcrumbs, and we're going to season with salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and a pinch of Mexican oregano. Now we're going to mix everything together and we're going to start making the albondigas. We want to make them to all be about the same size so they can cook evenly, and this is what they should look like. Now I always get the question, why do my albondigas fall apart whenever I add them to the caldo? And it's because before you add them to the caldo, you have to make sure it is boiling hot. Just as you can see here, if you're adding them when the caldo is not hot enough, well, that's going to cause your albondigas to fall apart. So once we finish adding all of the albondigas to the broth, we're going to cover so it can come to a boil again. And we're going to let that cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. Afterwards, we can go ahead and add our fideos. We're going to mix and we're going to let that cook for about 5 minutes. Afterwards, we can go ahead and add our diced potatoes and let that cook for about 8 minutes. Afterwards, we can go ahead and add our zucchini and cilantro. Now, once it comes to a final boil, we turn off the heat and our albondigas con fideo are ready. I like to serve them with a little bit of lime and some corn tortillas, and now they are ready to enjoy.